Is it possible to layering 1, 2, 3, 4 drum kits? And if so, how does it sound and how can we approach this? Now, I experimented with this approach a little bit, and it's totally possible to use 4 or more drum kits as far as you keep some things in mind, some important things. So in this week's video, I wanted to show you how to approach this, with what mindset, so you can go on and do it for your very own tracks, adapt the mindset and approach to this to then actually spice up your very own Rominimal or micro house drum kits or drums in general, right? Now, before I start, I want to give you something for free, which is a little Ableton Live preset kick that you can drag and drop into a MIDI channel and then tweak it to your very likings. And yeah, it's highly adjustable to your very own needs, so you don't need to endlessly scrolling through sample packs and whatnot. You simply drag and drop this into a MIDI channel, maybe even into a drum rack, and then you can customize your very own kick out of it. Now let's dive into this week's content. I hope you like it, hope it's inspiring. Thanks again for the time. Cheers. Okay, so in this video I quickly wanted to show you how I was using around 4 different drum kits, but all a little bit with a different vibe. Of course, those are not full drum kits, so I muted some parts of course I don't use 4 kicks on all of those drum kits, but that's exactly what I wanted to show you, right? So let's quickly play the track. Here's a little break that I want to show you quickly. Now let's get to the meat. Drum rack number 1. Basically just kick and a little bit of clap. Then what I did was, I think I duplicated it. And I kept something, a tag up here, things to remember. So here are some nice stuff that I found inside Ableton, for example. And this was a drum kit, an acoustic drum kit, I guess, for Machio. I don't know if this was it. I just liked the sound in it and stuff, and this is the version. Right, and if I pair those two, the main kick and the clap, now if we just go in and use the kick, muting them, as you can see here, I just switched the pattern. It's pretty easy to do so in Rominimal here. This is straight 4 to the floor, but if I switch to pattern 4, it gets this kind of double kick, I don't know how to call it, off kick, I don't know. And here it's simple on the other drum kit with the main kick and clap. It's just a simple 4 to the floor kick, right? If I bring this in, even the swing, I guess, is almost the same on both. What if we add a little bit more swing here? Yeah. Now, those are the first two drum racks. Some acoustic stuff. Right? Of course, I could also switch between the different patterns here. Right, so those are two sounds, two drum racks. I'm going hands on here, and then I have another acoustic drum kit here. Let's have a listen to this one, Batu. Also here in this, was it actually here in this? No, I don't think so. Anyway. Here kick is muted. Let's see, maybe it works, but I don't think so. It could maybe work, but I'm not sure. So let's leave that, and then fourth one. That's interesting. Formaggio number 2, I guess. Yes, there are two kits on that one. Right, those are just from Ableton stock. Ableton stock drum kits. Now you can hear it sounds a little bit different. Where is this pop sound coming? Do you hear that? Right, and I have a little chain running here, chorus and frequency shifter, nothing crazy. And I send it to from this drum rack. Yeah, so I also sent a little bit of that to this chorus. And here around the break, I use on this drum acoustic set, I use a setting that calls breaks. House is 4 to the floor, straight, and so on. Breaks is, as it says, kind of a break, right? and also on this one, I guess, breaks. This one is straight, yes. Right, so we get a little bit more of a variation. Yeah, and one thing more that I want to show you as a little bonus here. This track was, I first thought I was using reactor blocks as a bassline, but listen to this one, and then paired with the kick. Now, this bass really is a simple sample here. You can actually see the sample. Yeah, it's basically, again, it's from Ableton stock, and this is a sample. And then I layered it with the sound here, snare, to give it a little bit snap, but really quietly. Did I add anything else to that? No, I basically then just triggered it with the MDD snake, both together. Yeah, and some filter. I guess I pumped up the resonance quite a bit, I guess. Without it, sounds quite boring. Still usable. Right, now with this layer, right, just a little subtle impact sound in the background, without boring. It actually plays together, I guess, with the clap and stuff, right? That's it, basically. Now my question is, if you use MIDI clips, maybe MIDI files, you know, you have a separate MIDI clip of the kick, of the clap, of the hi-hats, and so on. Basically the concept could be the same, right? You have a kick and clap basic, and then you add different layers kind of those drums with different flavors, I would say. Acoustic, one is more electronic, and then you add another kind of off kick, whatever, that if you want that. And yeah, I used here a shorter kind of sound and also layered it. So this basically is all about layering, right? Layering sounds, layering bassline, layering drums, kicks, but in a more macro mode, especially on the drums here, and more in a micro, smaller scope for the bass. I hope this makes some sense. I hope this is helpful, and hopefully inspiring. I work with Minimal a lot. If you want that, you can just grab the free soft but snappy Rominimal Ableton kick template, and then you actually get the option to get this one, Minimal, if you want that, if you want quick easy beats for to the floor. And then yeah, basically like I did here. And yeah, hope this helps. Action step, maybe think, or I would recommend thinking in a main kind of drum delivery, and then on top of that something that interacts with that main thing, maybe has a different flavor to it, like this acoustic. Then also I have this kind of robot, yeah, I don't know how to call it, with this chorus effect on it. This basically is another flavor. And yeah, to spice things up a little bit, to make it a little bit more complex sounding maybe. Yeah, at least that was my approach, my thought process behind this whole thing. And yeah, hope to see you in another video. Thanks again for your time, thanks for watching. Cheers.